Good morning, everyone. It's Miss Tang. All right, today we are going to be recognizing some fractions. So let's have a look. So, this is what we're learning to do, and our success criteria is I can recognize halves, thirds, quarters, fifths, and eighths. Okay, so what are fractions? So, fractions are equal parts of whole things. So, this is a circle. And in a circle, you can have lots of different parts. So for example, this is a circle that has been split into equal parts. So do you see how it's split into 4 equal parts? So that is what a fraction is. So it is one part. So one part of this, it's one part of a whole circle. And this is another part of a whole circle, but the most important thing is that they have been split into equal parts. Okay, so fractions can also be parts of collections too. So for example, you could have 6 pencils in your pencil case, and then your friend might ask you, oh, can I borrow one of your pencils? And then maybe you group your pencils into 2 equal groups, and then your friend and yourself end up having 3 pencils each. So there are lots of different ways where fractions end up in our everyday life. So for example, Gillian broke her cookie into quarters to share with her friends. So quarters, that's a part of the fractions, and she broke it into quarters so that she could share with everyone. I have 1/2 of a glass of milk left. So that is also a fraction in everyday life. Maybe Jamil played 1/2 of a game, so maybe he didn't play for the whole time, he just played for half of the game. So halves. So halves are when a collection or an object is divided into 2 equal parts. So that's really important, equal parts, which means that each part is then called a half. So for example, if this group of lollies were split into half, then this is half of the group of lollies, so 2, because there used to be 4 in the group, but then you've split them into half. Or if you have a whole cupcake and then you split that into half. Or you might have 1/2 of a pizza left and the other half is gone. So that's 1/2 gone, 1/2 that's left. You could even have a triangle, and then 1/2 of the triangle is pink, and then 1/2 of the triangle is white. Or you might have a sandwich. So your sandwich could be half gone or half eaten. Okay? And then you have 1/2 of a sandwich left. Okay, see if you can do this with me. So halve the group. Number 1, draw a circle around 1/2 of each of the following groups of animals. So you'll need to have a look at the animals and then divide them into half. So you just circle half of it. So for example, if you had these 2 turtles, then if you halve that, then that would be 1 turtle. So you would draw a circle around the 1 turtle. If you had these seahorses, then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then you split them into 2 groups or 1/2. Then have a think about, what would be half of these seahorses? So I would circle 1, 2, 3, because that would be 1/2. Because remember, fractions are split into equal parts. So if there's 3 in one group, then there's 3 in the other. So I would circle 3 seahorses, and then you can try to do this one on your own. Number 2, circle the shapes that have been divided into 2 equal parts. This is very important, equal parts. So have a look. Which one do you think have been split into equal parts, and then circle that shape. Okay, let's have a look at quarters. When an object is evenly divided into 4 parts. So remember, halves are if it's divided into 2 parts. Quarters is if it's divided into 4 parts. That means that each part is then called a quarter. So if you've got 1/4 plus another quarter plus another quarter and another quarter, that then becomes a whole. Okay, so this whole has been divided into 4 parts, and because it's been divided into 4 parts, each of these parts is then called a quarter. So let's have a look at this. So this box has been split into quarters, 4 parts, and we have a look at what's been colored in. So one box has been colored in, so that is 1/4. For this one, 2 boxes have been colored in, so that's 2/4. For this, 3 boxes have been colored in, so it's 3 out of the 4, so it's 3/4. And then this last one, 4 boxes have been colored in out of 4, which means it's 1 whole. Okay? All right, let's have a look at this. So this is split into 4, so quarters. So as you can see, there's 1, 2, 3/4 left, and then 1/4 has been eaten and gone. Let's have a look at the next one. Okay, let's see if you can name this one. So how many quarters has been colored in? Yep, so 1/4. Let's have a look at this one. So this one is 1/4 as well, and 3/4 are gone or eaten. Let's have a look at this apple. So this apple looks like it's been cut, so 4 parts. So 1/4 has been cut off, and then there's 1, 2, 3/4 that seem to be left. All right, see if you can do this with me. Number 1, color in 1/4 of each of the following shapes. So as you can see, these shapes, these 2D shapes, have been split into 4 equal parts, and all you have to do is just color in 1/4. Okay? All right, number 2, how many quarters of the pizza are left in the picture? So what's left? What hasn't been eaten? So you need to have a look at how many quarters are left. So have a look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you would put 4/4 are left, or 1 whole. 1 whole pizza has not been eaten. And then have a look at this one too. So see how many quarters are left. Number 3, my mother was cutting up fruit for my brother, my sister, myself, and me. She had 1 apple and 1 orange. To share the fruit equally, what could she do? So have a think about your fractions, about your quarters, and how the mum might need to cut it up equally. So share it equally. So see if you can figure that one out. All right, let's have a look at thirds. When an object or a collection is divided into 3 parts. Now thirds, remember, half is 2 parts, quarters is 4 parts, thirds is 3 parts. If it's 3 equal parts, then each part is called a third. So 1/3 plus another third plus another third, that is a whole, because there are 3 parts, 1, 2, 3. Or you might have a collection of these dots. And if you split it into 1, 2, 3 groups, then that's 1/3, 2, 2/3, 3/3, okay? Because they're all in equal groups. They all have 3 in each group. Okay, so have a look at these rectangles. They've all been split into thirds. So this has got 1/3 colored in. Have a think about this one. What do you think? Good, 2/3, because 2/3 have been colored in. And the last one, 3/3, or 1 whole. So have a look. Think about how many thirds are left, how many thirds have been eaten. Good, so 1/3 of the pizza is left, 2/3 has been eaten or gone. So let's have a look at this. There's 100 milliliters, 200 milliliters, 300 milliliters. This has been separated into thirds as well. So have a think about what's left and what is gone. So this jug has got 100 milliliters and it is 1/3 full. So if it was all the way full, then it would be 3/3 or 1/2, but it's only 1/3 full. And this one as well, have a look. See if you can figure out what's there, what's been colored, what's gone, what's purple, how much of it is white. So 1/3 of the circle is purple, 2/3 of the circle is white. Same with this donut. So 1/3 of the donut is still there, and 2/3 have been eaten. All right, do this with me. So number 1, color in 1/3 of each shape. So remember, it's been split into 3 equal parts. So all you have to do is color in just 1/3. Number 2, color in 2/3. So remember, you're just coloring 2/3. So that's 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. And you just color 2 of them. Number 3, draw a circle around 1/3 of each group of animals. So have a look. There's lizards, there's chickens, there are crabs. So this is a whole group of animals. Now you have to split them into 3 groups, 3 equal groups. So if I had 6 crabs, then I would split them into 3 groups. So 1, 2, 3, because each group will have equal numbers. So there'll be 2 crabs in each, which means that if I have to circle 1/3, then this would be 1/3. All right, let's have a look at fifths. When an object or a collection is divided into 5 equal parts, then each part is called a fifth. Like this one. Like this rectangle has been split into 5 parts and 1 part has been colored in, and that is 1/5. Just like this pizza has been covered or cut up into 5 parts, just like this. So these rectangles, so think about how many boxes have been colored in and see if you can name them. So this is 1/5. So that means the next one is 2/5, 3/5, 4/5, 5/5, or 1/2, because it's being colored all in together. So just like this, have a think. What's been colored in? What's white? So 1/5 of the pentagon is orange and 4/5 is white. Ooh, let's have a look at this. How many fifths are left in this pizza? Have a look at this one. All right, number 1, color in the fraction on each shape. Ooh, okay, so you need to color in 2/5. So you need to color in 2/5 here, 4/5, etc. Number 2, match the picture with its description. This pizza has 5/5 left. So which one of these pizzas would it be? 5/5. That means that there are 5. The pizza has been split into 5 parts and all of the 5 parts are still there. So I would say it's this one. So I would draw a line. So see if you can figure out the rest. All right, eighths. When an object or collection is evenly divided into 8 parts, it means that each part is an eighth. Like this chocolate bar. It's been split into 8 parts and there's an eighth left. Or this square has been split into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 parts, and 1 part is blue, so 1/8. Just like this sandwich, 1/8 is left, and 7/8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, has been eaten or gone. Just like this chocolate bar and this rectangle. All right, number 1, the chef cut a tomato into 8 parts. Color in the 5/8 of the tomato. So there's 8 parts, now you just have to color in 5/8. Number 2, color the fraction on each shape. So you need to color in 3/8, 5/8, etc. And number 3, at my birthday party, there were 7 of my friends and me, so 8 people altogether. We had 2 big cupcakes to share. Dad divided each cupcake into quarters. Do I have enough for everyone? Explain your answer. So see if you can figure it out. You might need to draw a picture to figure it out. Okay? All right. Good luck with it all.